This first look at the Skeleton Crew characters might be pointing directly at Omega finally making her live-action debut in playing some sort of role in this upcoming Star Wars show. Since the Skeleton Crew was announced all the way back at Star Wars Celebration in 2023, there has been little to pretty much no announcements for this series. Until now. This is a leaked piece of merchandise for the show, and it gives us our first look at 4 of our main characters. Now, although it's cool to see this, we have no idea what these characters' names are or anything else about them. However, this piece of merchandise itself is a tease at a possible appearance of Omega in this Skeleton Crew show. But before we get to that, let's start with what the is Skeleton Crew and where does it take place on the Star Wars timeline? Well, because of the lack of announcements over the last year, we know very little about this series. But we do know it's about 4 kids who are living on what seems to be a peaceful planet. And they stumble upon something, probably a ship, that sends them off of the world on this crazy adventure, and as they try to get home, they confront pirates, and even a Force user that's going to be played by Jude Law. Jude Law is a legendary actor, probably most known for being in the Sherlock Holmes movies with Robert Downey Jr., or Captain Marvel, or even the latest Fantastic Beasts movies as Dumbledore. But this show will be directed by John Watts, with executive producers of Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. John Watts is most known for directing the 3 Tom Holland Spider-Man movies in the MCU: Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, as for when this show will take place on the Star Wars timeline, it will be in the Mandoverse, right alongside of The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, and Ahsoka, which is actually the perfect time to bring in an older version of Omega so that she can help with the fight against Grand Admiral Thrawn, and she will finally meet her long-lost brother, Boba Fett. But how does this piece of merchandise being leaked have anything to do with Omega showing up in live action for the first time in Skeleton Crew? Well, bear with me, because at first it might seem like I'm reaching here, but it makes sense. So hear me out. If you look closely at this picture, you'll see the 4 teen characters and a droid. You'll also see 5 characters walking, the 4 kids and Jude Law's character, but slightly below that you see 2 skulls. Hence the name Skeleton Crew. Again, not knowing anything about this show, we don't know why it's called Skeleton Crew or what the Skeleton Crew is referring to. We just assume that it's the crew name of these 4 kids, just like the Rebels crew was the Ghost Crew. But on the most recent live stream on this channel, a user by the name of UV Clips pointed out something drastic. One of these skulls that seems to be hidden away might be telling a way bigger story than it just being a skull on this piece of merchandise, as this skull looks exactly like the symbol for Clone Force 99.
This is where the fun begins.
Clone Force 99, or The Bad Batch, just finished their 3rd and final season, and the finale set up an older version of Omega to go off on adventures by herself. However, she left with this same skull on her jacket, and the end of The Bad Batch set her up perfectly to come into live action in this Mandoverse. Not only to meet her long-lost clone brother of Boba Fett, but also because Omega has connections to Harrison Dula. But in this video I already made, I explained why I think Omega could show up in Ahsoka Season 2, or if they make it, a Book of Boba Fett Season 2. But now, it makes a lot more sense for Omega to make her first ever live-action appearance in the Skeleton Crew. And here's why. Well, first of all, the Skeleton Crew needs the help. Right now, it's set to come out around Christmas time, and nobody seems to be excited for this show. And that makes sense because we know very little about the Skeleton Crew. But Lucasfilm knows that they need something, some sort of hook to get fans excited for this show. And talk about excitement if you bring in Omega to live action in the Skeleton Crew. And the second thing is Lucasfilm doesn't do this by accident. There's a reason that this skull is hidden behind the other one, and it looks exactly like the symbol for Clone Force 99. Lucasfilm did not do that by accident. There's a lot of reasons to believe that Omega will be coming into live action during this Mandoverse time period. Personally, I think one of the biggest reasons is because of what we learned in The Bad Batch Season 3. Omega is the key for somehow Palpatine returns. She's the key to Project Necromancer. Her blood is the only blood, as far as we know, in the entire galaxy that has the ability to transfer midichlorians. And we know from the Shadow Council meeting in The Mandalorian Season 3 that the Empire is still working on Project Necromancer, so Omega's blood might come back into play in the Mandoverse era. But like I said, the Skeleton Crew show doesn't come out until Christmas time. And that's a long way away. But tell me in the comment section below, do you think Omega will be making her live action debut in Skeleton Crew? And while we wait, we got the Acolyte show coming out in just 2 weeks. But will Master Yoda appear in that show? I explain why I think Yoda will appear in the Acolyte show in this video right here.